Discovery, go at throttle up.
Boom. Zero, I love you. Did I tell you that? I just fell in love with you. Game over! Did you hear the news? No, I didn't. What's news? I don't know what that is. Didn't expect you to hop on today after seeing the title. Well, it is game over. I just gotta get the link to the freaking thing. Okie dokie. Hey, I bet you guys can't guess what movie I watched yesterday. Here. I bet you can't guess. I bet you can't guess what movie I watched yesterday. Jurassic World. How'd you know? How did you know? How'd you know? How'd you know? Game over. Blue Origin CEO Jeff Bezos can't handle Elon Musk's new FAA report. No, Spaceman, that's something different. Oh, drummer. It's perfect. Let's go. It's perfect, dude. It's perfect. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. It's so fantastic. I love it. I love it. I loved it. I love the whole thing. I was like, yeah, in the movie theater. Don't think, just do. I'm doing what you told me to do. Ah. It's good to see you. Yeah, Platinum. Yep. Do you think they're gonna make more without Tom? Nah, they don't. They don't need to. They don't need to touch. They don't need to touch Top Gun ever again. It's perfect. It's perfect the way it is. That was a perfect sequel. Perfect. It was excellent. Supremely unrealistic and ridiculous, but also excellent. I don't care. It's Top Gun. It's supposed to be like that. What the frick was that? It's Maverick. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. It was like about as close to a perfect movie for me. And you can call me a basic vanilla guy. That's fine. That's okay.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Yeah, no more sailors should be treated like crap by actors for a crappy movie. I agree. It was perfect, John. It was perfect. They nailed it. They nailed it. They nailed it, dude. They freaking nailed it. It was excellent. Oh, makes me want to fly a freaking fighter jet and ride a motorcycle around. Yeah. And look, we're even to spec. Look. We're even to spec. We're even to spec, dude. We got this right. I refuse to give them money after the way they treated the ship's crew. I don't want to. Oh, I don't want to know about that. Can we talk about how Tom barely aged? The guy turned 60 next month. Yeah, dude, it was awesome. That made me so happy. It made me happy. You know that's his P-51, right? That's his P-51. Anyway. Okay. See last. No, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. We ready? I was very disturbed that Tom Cruise managed to upstage John Hamm on the attractiveness scale. It's not right. Alright, so the FAA report. So we've been waiting for this for 6 months. Actually, more than that. We've been waiting it for about freaking year, huh? So, The Federal Aviation Administration released their programmatic environmental assessment for SpaceX today. Let's see. Let's take a look. This is a very special space news here. It's my day off. I actually have to be out of here in an hour. I have stuff to do. But let's see what we got. Also, Astra's rocket failed again. All right. So, Department of Transportation, Federal Aviation Administration Office of Commercial Space Transportation. Mitigated finding of no significant impact and record of decision for SpaceX Starship Super Heavy launch vehicle program at SpaceX Boca Chica launch site in Cameron County, Texas. Okay, what do we got? Finding of no... Oh, it's a Fonzie. It's a Fonzie. All right. So, finding a no significant impact. Now, okay, fellas, I'm going to guess that that is an extremely curtailed programmatic assessment, meaning that there's a lot of mitigations in there, meaning that, like, the propellant depot is probably off the table, if I had to guess. If I had to guess. But we'll see. We'll see what we got. All right. This PEA was prepared in accordance with NEPA 1960. Okay. After reviewing and analyzing all of available data and information on existing conditions and potential impacts, as well as the mitigation identified in the PEA, which SpaceX must implement, the FAA has determined the proposed action would not significantly affect the quality of the human environment. Therefore, the preparation of an environmental impact assessment is not required. And the FAA is issuing the mitigated finding of no significant impact. The FAA has made this determination in accordance with applicable environmental laws and FAA regulations. PEA is incorporated by reference into this mitigated FONSI. Nice. All right. This is the quick one. I'm just looking through here. Where's the juicy stuff? Yeah. Okay. Hazmat. Natural resources. Here we go. Under the proposed action, SpaceX would power daily operations at the VLA vehicle launch area, primarily by solar power from solar panels near the Launch and Landing Control Center. Solar energy farm currently supplies approximately 1 megawatt of power. The proposed expansion of the solar farm would add an additional 750 kilowatts of power for a total of 1.6 megawatts. SpaceX would install an additional battery system at the solar farm with up to 8 megawatt hours of storage. Nice. Very nice. SpaceX would use various propellant fuels and commodities for launches and static fire engine tests, as well as diesel and gasoline to fuel ground equipment. Use of these propellants in support of the proposed action would not adversely affect local supply, as the ability for SpaceX to supply its own propellants would reduce the demand on local supply. Similarly, the gasoline and diesel fuels required for operations are not expected to adversely impact local supply. Okay. SpaceX would install water distribution lines from the water tower at the VLA to provide potable water to the facilities. Yeah, that came up a little while back. And the existing well at VLA would draw water from the Gulf Coast aquifer. Okay. Okay. Water required to support the VLA would be primarily generated from the well and from Cameron County. The amount of I thought that said gunpowder. The amount of groundwater required for proposed action would create a negligible impact. Proposed action would not cause demand to exceed available or future supplies of natural resources or energy. Therefore, the proposed action would not result in significant impacts on natural resources and energy supply. Okay. Page 28 on this PDF that you already linked. Okay, cool. Here, let's see what you want to see. Of course, how selfish of me. Let's do all the things that you want to do. Here, let's see what we got. Ooh, explosions. I don't think that was explosions. This the one right here? You're really struggling to copy that link. Yeah, for some reason Synergy doesn't like copying from one computer to the other, S. Just as per usual, you're misunderstanding something and making yourself look stupid. That's fine. It's alright. It's cool. Don't worry about it. What is the difference between these two PDFs? About 3 pages, but that's not important right now. Yeah, it was explosions. Alright, Pop Bear, what did you want me to see on page 28 or 29? I don't know. The one I linked has nice tables. You're a table. Where's a separate FAA statement? Alright, well, let's compile all the links. You guys clearly want me to see a bunch of different things, so let's go. The more information, the better. Chief, what's going on? Alright. Statement on over 75 mitigations. Translate tweet. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's mitigations all over the place. Mitigations basically are compromises saying, no, don't do this, no, don't do this. This is going to take a while to... On page 28 through the end is the mitigation measures. Got it. Department of Transportation's FAA will require SpaceX to take more than 75 actions to mitigate environmental impacts from its proposed plan to launch Starship Super Heavy vehicle from Boca Chica, Texas. The actions are part of the agency's environmental review. The environmental review must be completed along with public safety, national security, and other analysis before a decision on whether to grant a launch license can be made. The license application is still pending. Alright. Let's see. Oh, I want to see what these mitigations are. Let's go. Mitigation measure.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, bro, Andy. Environmental review, so SLS first. No, it's released today. They just got to do a bunch of things to comply with it, I guess. That's Barrow, 41 months. Well, it depends on what the mitigations are, guys, so we're going to have to check. Air quality. The FAA would ensure that SpaceX implement the following measures to minimize impacts on air quality. Periodic water spraying to control particles and fugitive dust. Pest management practices such as minimal idling of engines. Watering of the soils to be disturbed and use of low volatility coatings. Okay. Well, we're just on, this is the start of the mitigation measures, someone. Let's see. Noise and noise-compatible land use.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
The FAA would ensure that SpaceX uses its notification plan to educate the public. Hey, Merkers. Educate the public and announce when a launch or landing event will occur. Announcements of upcoming Starship Super Heavy launches and landings would serve to warn people about these noise events and would likely help reduce human adverse reactions to these noise events. Oh, human adverse reactions, like having your eardrums blown out by a sonic boom. Yeah. Yep. That's probably something we should mitigate. The plan would involve using statements to news outlets and law enforcement so that when the noise is heard, the public would understand what has occurred. Since when have they not advertised the launches? Solar, I wouldn't be worrying about this. This is just codifying everything onto paper. This approach is consistent with the public notification efforts conducted by SpaceX at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station and Vandenberg Space Force Base, but not Kennedy Space Center? Shame. While the overall impact of sonic booms would not be significant, SpaceX advanced public notice would help reduce human adverse reactions. SpaceX would be responsible for resolving any structural damage caused by a sonic boom. I agree, Kev. This is just codifying stuff, guys. SpaceX does most of this stuff already. I'm looking for the stuff that needs to change. Don't disrespect my mods, chat. I'm serious about that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You want to question a timeout or a ban? Take it into DMs. Don't do it in the main chat. That's a big mistake. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's... You didn't say the magic word. Wait, it's only 43 pages. Yeah. I know, right? Okay. Visual effects. Launch site lighting. Okay. Minimalization measures including directing, shielding, or positioning light to avoid visibility from the beach. Minimize lateral light spread and decrease uplighting. Turning off lights when not... Yeah, this is all formalities, dude. What was the ruling? The ruling, guys, was finding of no significant impact. A Fonzie. Hey. It was a finding of no significant impact after 75 mitigations. We're reading through what those mitigations are right now. There has to be something of substance in here. I'm looking through it. In the event of an anomaly, yep. Okay. Water resources we already went through. I'm trying to look for some good stuff here. What section is this? Construction measures, okay. Okay, so that's hazmat right there. Is this it? This is it? That's it? That's not too bad. Most of this is just formalities. Coastal resources. None. All right. This is just, okay. SpaceX will initiate coordination with Texas Department of Transportation within 30 days of issuance of the BO regarding installation of a defined wildlife crossing. Okay. I'm looking around for it, Hibbit. In coordination with Texas Department of Transportation and U.S. Federal Wildlife Service, SpaceX will install 5 signs along SH4 to inform the public on areas where they may not watch ongoing activities. Okay. Page 37. All right, let's jump around. Yeah, this seems like formalities, guys, which I think we're pretty much good. I'd also like to point out that the FAA actually understands that it's really helpful if your page numbers correlate to the PDF page numbers. That's actually really useful. I'd just like to thank the FAA for that. Guys, yeah, this is just formalities. All right, here, let's see. Let's see what the highlight is from Michael Sheets. So we got the yes we wanted. Yep. SpaceX made changes to its Starbase plans, removing the below infrastructure. Desalination plant, natural gas pretreatment, nice. Natural gas pretreatment system, liquefier, and a power plant. Yep. It has decided that it'll use truck water rather than a desalination plant. The natural gas pretreatment system and liquefier are no longer needed due to advances in the design capabilities of SpaceX Raptor engines. Wow. That says they have to install bird watching cameras. Under the proposed action, SpaceX may continue to conduct some prototype testing in suborbital launches. However, SpaceX plans to ship Focus to orbital launches and conduct fewer suborbital launch operations. Yes, more burbs. Burbs. They undesigned that system. Don't need a pretreatment facility for the. We could take the pretreatment facility out of the programmatic environmental assessment because we just made the engines better. Yep. WD-40 with the bird emote. All right, so fellas, this looks like mostly good news here. SpaceX took out stuff that they really didn't need anyway. Yeah, everything seems okay. So what SpaceX asked to FAA is it routine launches from Boca. I think they're still limited to a certain testing regime. Well, let's go back over here. Yeah, we're pretty much good to go. I found it odd that they got rid of the desalination plant, as that would lower impact on the aquifer. I guess the local wildlife in the Rio Grande Valley is more important than that. All right. I don't know enough about local ecology to say whether that's a good or a bad idea, you know? Title's gone orbital. yeah, that's right. So, yeah, mostly good news here from what I can tell. Chimp, they started this assessment a long time ago. I mean, this is the ruling that any reasonable person would have expected if it's not like Starbase is a chemical plant or a coal plant. Yep. Yeah, yep. And SpaceX did take some stuff out of their original proposal, but the FAA's... Guys, it's good news. It's good news. These are just... What we've been reading through is just formalities. It's good news. It's a finding of no significant impact. Fonzie. Hey. So, yeah, I mean, we're not harming the local turtles too much. It's a Fonzie scheme. Wait, what? The desalination plant would take up a massive amount of shoreline that the endangered turtles use to lay eggs. And Starbase water usage is a significant impact compared to the nearby Brownsville. Yep.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
So does that mean SpaceX is go for throttle up? Yeah, pretty much. That page doesn't exist. What you just linked is gone. Huh. From the reading, also SpaceX isn't allowed to restrict the road on holidays and weekends. Yeah, because the beach is a vacation spot. So, yeah. Guys, I think we're okay. I think this is good. This isn't anything that I didn't expect. Like I said, SpaceX wouldn't be ramping up. They wouldn't be ramping up stuff like moving propellants to the pad, methane, oxygen, stuff like that. They wouldn't be ramping that stuff up if they weren't sure they were going to pass. So they deleted the tweet. Yep. Someone is salty. Who?
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Oh, what's this guy have to say, Forge? Let me see. Wow. Moving forward without an EIS opens them up for lawsuits. There's absolutely no reason why SpaceX should be allowed to move forward without an EIS. Bruh, the literal FAA just said that it's not required as long as SpaceX complies with their 75 mitigations. This is not rocket science, man. People, this ain't rocket science, man. Just take the loss. Jeez. Yeah, Element, he ain't just a ham. He's the whole pig. They're obviously not smarter than common space skeptic. Yeah, common sense or whatever. Common dome skeptic or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Sorry, I'm being a jerk. Could any potential lawsuits hold up? Well, no. Guys, look. There's a reason why this took an extra 6 months. If the FAA doesn't conclude that they need an environmental impact survey, or an EIS for short. If they don't need an EIS, that means that the programmatic environmental assessment was significant enough to mitigate environmental impact. Meaning that if somebody tries to go after them, right, because they don't have an environmental impact survey, the PEA can be used as evidence. As long as SpaceX is complying with the FAA's PEA, which is what just got released, they're fine. So people don't know what they're talking about. Like, I'm sorry, you don't know better than the FAA. I'm sorry, you don't. Like, I know we all like to think that we do, but this is something I constantly talk about. Like, I don't know better than NASA. I don't, because I'm not NASA. That is a huge entity that knows way more about everything. I know more about Kerbal than them, though. That's true. I know more about KSV than they do. We got the Fonzie. Hey.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Can it be litigated? No. No. It cannot. X to doubt. The reason why this took 6 months is what I was telling you guys. The 75 mitigations are a pretty damn good indicator here of what's going on. SpaceX wanted to do all this crazy stuff. The FAA said, no, don't do that. It's going to screw up the environment. It's going to make it so we have to do an EIS. And SpaceX said, yeah, screw that. We don't have time for that. You own NASA. Just look at your shirt. Yep. The FAA is not going to stick their necks out for SpaceX, especially not in this day and age, to be frank. They took the time to cover their bases. Of course they did. It's what I've been saying, guys. The FAA ain't your friend, but they ain't your enemy either. This pretty much, I'm pretty sure this prevents legal recourse. Game over. Mitigated Fonzie. Hey, if I recall, SpaceX is already doing a bunch of the 75 mitigations anyways. Bingo. Guys, and Havocs, that's something that I've been saying for a while. SpaceX is working with the FAA. It's not like they submitted their report and they're like, oh my gosh, I hope it passes. Oh my gosh, I hope it passes. No, that's not what's going on. It's a constant back and forth. It's constant back and forth. Obviously. SpaceX isn't going to know what they need to fix if the FAA doesn't tell them. Obviously. Like, they're not going to go look it up for themselves. Like, that's a waste of time. Pretty sure the only ones who know Kerbal better than you are the developers. Yeah, something like that, Super. Yeah. I don't understand U.S. courts. This is why I'm confused. This is going to get litigated to all hell. Have fun and enjoy. Yeah, Jay, exactly. And, dude, I can't look. Like, I get it, you know, oh, the environment, you know, like, they're impeding SpaceX, blah, 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 the tree hugger and stuff like that. Like, that's not what this is about, guys. Environmental impact surveys and stuff like this are to make sure that you don't build something, like, on a swamp and it falls into the swamp. This is a good thing. It's a good thing that this is happening. I don't understand, like, well, like, I think people are, like, salty that this passed. Oh, no, they needed more litigation. Oh, okay. So this, like, you have to understand what you're doing. You have to. That's engineering in a nutshell. You have to understand what you did, especially with what you built. I don't understand why people are. Here, bro, honey, let me see. So could the delay have been from SpaceX doing these mitigations before the report came out? Yes, yes. That's what I've been saying. I've been telling you guys this for years. Not years, for freaking months. They're working back and forth. They're coming up with the mitigations as they go, and they're making sure they leave no stone unturned so nobody goes back after them legally. I'm telling that I said this 6 months ago. Is this? I don't understand. I'm salty because it won't make them expedite the Cape Starship base, my guy. I love it. I'm happy for the new Starlink bird watching channel. Yeah. What if it burns down, falls over, then sinks into the swamp? Well, that's why we have PEAs, man. It's there for a reason. Kind of like how JPL came about, that such great stuff to read. Government was all like, what the heck y'all doing? And they were like, yes, okay, do it. Yeah, exactly. Yep. No stone unturned. Yep. No stone unturned. Is that what I said? You know what I mean. They don't actually, the point is to not overturn the stones because you don't want to screw up local wildlife or something. Well, Elman, I'm not sure who exactly is disagreeing here. Like, I don't understand who and what they're disagreeing about. No tone unstoned. Something ain't stirring the Kool-Aid, man. You might get your Cape priority after all. Only 5 permits. Kind of depressing. Yeah, this isn't anything we didn't know. This tells me that Starbase is going to be used for advanced testing. It's going to be used for testing stuff. Give me water with no toe unstubbed. Oh God, don't do that. Do we want to like? Yeah, I think Starbase is going to be for R&D. Yeah, we've known this. Like I said, Jackson, I don't. From what I've been seeing from the mitigations, I don't see anything new here. I really don't. I don't see anything new, and it doesn't. You should make short stuffing these. Yeah, I don't think SpaceX ever thought Boca Chica would be a major launch site. That's what Cape Canaveral is for. Especially since they're launching NASA lunar landers. Anybody ever think that was going to happen from Texas? Come on now. When you said Starbase, I thought you meant the game. No. I'm writing an article about this right now. I've been writing about this since January. Okay. Just to let you know, every time you hear Fonzie today, remember Louis Fonzie, the author of Despacito. No, I'm good, thanks. So does this change your guess on when the orbital flight test will be? No, Jay. Guys, look, I knew that this was going to happen. No, nobody told me, but we can use the resources presented to extrapolate that this was going to happen. This was going to happen, obviously. The reason is because people seem to think, people seem to think like this is some kind of it's some kind of like SpaceX submitted the report and the FAA has to grade it like a teacher grading a freaking paper or something. That's not how this works at all. That's not how this works at all, man. 10 Starship landings is more than launches, so they could launch from the Cape and land in Boca? It's possible. Sure, why not? SpaceX president is probably right about the July launch date. Yeah, Jay, I think Gwen's right on the money. And like I said, it's not like, I don't know why people are treating this like, oh, you know, they got this report back and now here's all this stuff that they need to do. Like that's going to delay anything. No, they've been going back and forth and talking about this stuff. That's how you understand environmental impact. Like, this is like, Jay, here, look. People just gonna weigh in on stuff? Like, here, look. Whoop. See what I'm talking about? See, where am I on this? I'm down here. I realized a little while back that I know dick. I know nothing. So, you best be shutting up and learning. Right? A lot of folks are up here. I don't understand. Oh, well, this is opening up SpaceX to lawsuit. No, it's not. It's doing the opposite of that. Oh, well, that's Richard Jacks. Yeah, like this is, bro. Like, where is Ferrari? Oh, Ferrari's up here, dude. Ferrari's up there, man. Ferrari's way up there, dude. Oh, Baku was... Dude, I shut the TV off. I shut it off. They're like, the engine's going. I'm like, click. Back to bed. Back to bed. Yeah, not good. Not good. Not good at all, dude. It was terrible. Pray, what's that? What's Sid saying? Engine is trashed beyond saving too. Bro. Not sure. Appendix C lists the actions needed. It's a lot. Okay, where's Appendix C? I gotta find it. That's what Sid's saying. I watched Baku until Leclerc, and I'm just like, nope, bye-bye. Television, what's that? Yep, I know. Probably after Appendix B, but not before Appendix D. Yes. Which appendix needs to be removed, though? Does SpaceX have appendicitis? I hope they're okay.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Stash means you've seen Maverick? How'd you know? Dude. That movie is excellent. I don't care how corny it is. I don't give a frick how unrealistic it is. It is amazing. I love it so much. I love it so much. I love it so much. It was so good. I don't give a frick how unrealistic the ending is. I don't care. It's amazing. It makes me so happy. Oh my god, go and see it, Brian. It's so damn good, dude. It's so good. I don't care. I don't care how corny it is. I don't give a frick. It's amazing. I want to fly airplanes now. Yeah, guys, that movie has my seal of approval. It is excellent. It is so good. I love it. It's... Oh. It's like watching Bad Boys 2. You guys ever seen Bad Boys 2? It's ridiculous. It is a ridiculous movie, but it's awesome. total popcorn flick in the truest sense of the term. It's fantastic. It's so unrealistic, so stupid, but I love it. I don't care. I don't care how corny it is. I don't give a frick. Sick setup. Where are we going? To space. Yeah, I saw the Pelican. Yeah. The PAC FA scene. Yeah. And then Primo was like, can that plane do that? Can that 5th gen fighter do that? I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, it can. Oh yes, it can. We're going to space, bro. No, I've been reading about SpaceX's programmatic assessment, but I also saw Top Gun Maverick yesterday. Break, if you don't know this stream, I'm an aviation nutcase. Like, space flight and flying in planes and fast cars, and I'm a huge stereotype, aren't I? Yep. Whatever. Cranes are dope too. Yeah. No, Pace, not that one. Not that last one. Not that last one. I'm not John Dillinger over here, okay? I heard, I can't remember who, but somebody said you can be my wingman anytime. All right, cool. You'll like this guy. All right, cool. You like fast women? Nothing wrong with that. I like things that go fast. Have you tried the Pelican yet? I haven't. But I'm telling you guys, I just want to fly that F-18 around. And I want to finish that damn T-38 so we can put it in the game. Did you see this? Basically what you talked about the other day. Let me see. SpaceX is weighing a plan to outfit Complex 40, which... SpaceX is weighing a plan to outfit Complex 40, which means... with the means to launch crews of astronauts. One of a few contingency plans as NASA worries about Starship launching from 39A could cause damage to the pad. It's funny, you know, when you apply some common sense to this. No, Phil, I got some folks that are working on this. From what I understand, what they're basically doing now is figuring out the best way to enable rapid launches out of the Cape. That's what they're doing. And the Complex 40 thing is a mitigation to that. So I used the wrong formula, but I got the right answer, to be 100% honest with you. SpaceX get the approval. Yeah, Alex. It looks like there's a lot of mitigations that they need to do, and it's a downscoped version of what they had planned to do in Boca Chica. But yes, for the most part, I'm thinking we get a launch sometime in July. I think you need to leave soon. Yeah. Why does SpaceX need this now and not when they were doing hops? Goalie, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know that question. Imagine Crew Dragon on 39A, Starliner on 41, and Crew Dragon on 40. Phil, the reason why I said that I think they would launch people out of 40 eventually is because, the reason why I said why they'd launch people out of 40 eventually is because they're going to retool the big pad on 39A for Starship. I have a feeling that they're going to do that, and they're going to make 39A itself a twin pad complex, but that's just me. Suborbital is different because the impact radius is smaller if something goes wrong. Yep. Yeah, Chief, I saw the movie, man. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And Falcon Heavy, I mean, Phil, there's infrastructure at Pad 40 to do that if you really want to. I mean, it was launching Titan 3s. The flame trench is big enough. Titan 3s and Titan 4s launched out of Pad 40. They have a lot of thrust. With those big freaking honking SRBs on the side, yeah, I think it would be okay. You could do it. It would be a little bit weird to set up, though, because, it would be weird to set up because the flame trench is tilted in the wrong direction, but that's okay. Waiting for a NASA statement soon about something. So, yeah, once again, fellas, if you're just coming in, the PEA, the Programmatic Environmental Assessment for SpaceX had a finding of no significant impact. It's literally called FONSI. There are a lot of mitigations that SpaceX needs to take. The vast majority of them have been taken, from what I understand, already. But yeah, this is good news. There are different folks that say that there's some kind of open legal impact here. Or something. I'm not... Everyone's saying, oh, you know, they can get sued now. They can get sued now. They can get sued now. I don't... From what I can understand, and keep in mind, my knowledge of legal interpretation is very low. From what I understand, if the FAA finds no need for an environmental impact survey, or what's called an EIS for short, that means the PEA mitigates them. That means the PEA is evidence of environmental impact. You don't need to go to a full EIS if the PEA gets approved and the mitigations are taken. JW, long story short, yes. FAA would get sued for not doing it right. SpaceX is good. Yeah, exactly, Staples. SpaceX, yeah, I think that's right. It opens up the FAA for lawsuits, not SpaceX. SpaceX has nothing to do with it. If they're working within the confines of the construct that the government set up for programmatic environmental assessment and minimal environmental impact, compliant with federal and state laws, then that's not that. There's no legal recourse there. But at least that's what I think. I don't know. I don't know. We'd have to show this to a lawyer or something. Page 142 is what Sid was talking about. Link me, Bandit. Link me. Yeah, Chief. Hey, careful with that. No spoilers, bro. No spoilers. The EIS is typically triggered by some sort of programmatic environmental assessments done by the FAA because they're an authority. So if they took their time and declared it safe, then the lack of EIS is on them. Yeah, Jay. I'm with you. And that's what I've been telling people. I've been telling people this for 6 freaking months. Everyone's like, oh, it's, you know, this person's fault. It's this person's fault. Oh, it's a conspiracy for SLS. No, they're making sure that they get everything done right so they can easily approve other spaceports down the road. SpaceX was the prototype. Boca Chica was the prototype for a commercial spaceport. Just like once upon a time, there was a prototype for a modern commercial airport. I should have stopped in to help you convince them. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I think we're good here, fellas. I think we are very good here. This is perfect. Why game over? Because I wanted to put that in the title to see if it got more people in here. There's really no game over. This is good news, dudes. Okay, you got us the big boy one, Bendito. Let's see what we got. You got me. Sorry, Harksy. Sorry if I clickbaited anybody. I'm usually not like that. It's, I actually hate those channels, but I did it as a joke. I even put in the notifier, like, this is clickbait. Don't click on this. That's for people that follow, though. Sorry if I clickbaited you, boys. There's nothing bad going on here. Finding of no significant impact for SpaceX, meaning we're good to go, meaning Starship launches are going to happen again very soon. Sooner rather than later. Going with the 70s look. Bailey, I just saw Top Gun Maverick, so now I suddenly feel the need to play football on a beach shirtless. I don't know what that's about.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
The clickbait worked. Oh, it's so bad. I feel disgusting doing it. Do you feel the need for speed? I need to see the first Top Gun. Yes, you do. Going to see it this weekend. Oh, it's so fantastic. All right, here. Okay, Bandit seems to have linked us to the big one. All right, here's the good one. Sid was saying Appendix C. So this is Sid, she's an aerospace engineer for SpaceX in SpaceX's Advanced Projects division. Sid's cool. She says check out Appendix C. So that's what we're going. That's what we're going to do, and hopefully we find that SpaceX doesn't have appendicitis. Got to have the thumbnail too. Phil, I can't do that. I'm not bringing myself to do that. Did you see the Pelican DLC for Flight Sim? I did. I want it, but I want to fly F-18s even more. Yes, appendicitis. All right. Pelican was a bit disappointing to fly. We should make one in KSP. Show them how it's done, Deft. What'd you think of the test flight at the start of the movie? It was hard to suspend my disbelief on this part. Why? Now, Ben, don't get me wrong. Okay. The end of the test flight is a little. Yeah. Okay. But a plane like that could exist. Sure. Why not? Yeah. No. Sure. Something like the Dark Star could absolutely exist. Sure. It would need a thermal protection system like the space shuttle when you're going that fast, but it's not spoilers, guys. It's not spoilers. You've seen the Dark Star. You've seen me fly the Dark Star around in Flight Sim. Why is Slick 40 better than 39A for Starship? It's not. It's better for Falcon 9. 39A is better for Starship because big flame trench. But SpaceX is trying to not launch with a flame trench. Yeah, it's corny. It's Top Gun. It's supposed to be like that. Just get the popcorn and enjoy the movie. That's what you're supposed to do. It's a popcorn flick. I know that people have trouble with this, myself included, right? Like, it's a popcorn flick. Enjoy it. Okay? Just like Gravity. The movie Gravity, that movie is ridiculously unrealistic, but it's a thriller. Just enjoy it. Right? There are some things where I can't just enjoy it, though. I'm not going to lie. I ain't perfect in this regard. I hate For All Mankind Season 2. I hate it with a fiery passion. I hate it. A lot. But for some reason, when Top Gun does crazy, ridiculous stuff like that, I don't hate it. I don't know what that's about. But, yeah. Just enjoy it. It's a popcorn flick about flying fighter planes. And all the shots of them, like, going, ugh! In the cockpit is real. That's real. That's not on a soundstage. They made a filming rig that bolts in to F-18s. That's real. That is real footage. So, like, you know, when the weapons service officer, no spoilers, when the weapons service officer is looking around and, like, bouncing around on the canopy and stuff, that's all real. All real. That's the best part. That is the best part. Like, when they're looking around for jets and stuff and there's another jet that flies by, that's all real. It's fantastic. You gotta go. Don't worry about it. Can you see the real G's? You can see them get knocked the frick out from some of the turns. Yeah, Ando, there are parts where they like fly and then they flip over and then pull the flight stick back. Like, I can show you guys in Flight Sim a little bit later. That stuff was great. I wanted to drive fast when I was driving home. You too, huh? You too, Ben? I may have I did not break any speed limits. I may have accelerated at a very high rate of acceleration. No, it wasn't reckless. There was nobody around. So are we going to get you in a DCS F-18? I don't know, maybe. I don't know, Supercrop, but hey, keep in mind, not everybody's seen the movie, guys. We have a 2-month rule. 2-month rule on spoilers, okay? No. I didn't break any speed limits. I didn't break any laws. There's no laws against accelerating fast. See, guys, Mustang. There's this button on a Mustang called the park it up a tree button. All right, if it's disabled, all right, you'll park up a if it's disabled, you'll park it up a tree. It's more of an anti park it up a tree button. I make sure to have the anti park it up a tree button enabled. It's called traction control. Yeah, all those videos of Mustangs crashing into trees and stuff, doing burnouts. Yeah, open diffs do be like that. Yeah, you gotta make sure that button is on. It's a detent. It prevents you from parking yourself up a tree, so it's not reckless driving. I know, Sawyer. It's pretty sweet. All right, let's check out the appendix, and then I gotta go, guys. I have some stuff that I need to do. Bandit, what page are we on? Primo's saying you have to go, apparently. No. What was the move that the 5th gen fighter did? I can't say without spoilers, Platinum. DM me and I'll tell you. That's what a Mustang is made to do, find trees. It's not reckless if you have control of the vehicle. I may have accelerated fast a couple of times, guys. Yeah. No danger, though. Nobody's around. Like, if you're gonna do dumb stuff on the road like that, like accelerating quickly, make sure you do, first of all, don't break the speed limit. Don't go too fast. You never know someone's gonna pop out on the road. Just make sure nobody's around, dude. Jeez. No, seriously, don't do stupid stuff on the road. Like, just don't do that. 151, I think. Okay, let's check. Remo is worried, Mo. Yeah, I know. See, but we can fix this problem by doing this. There. Gonna BSX. SpaceX just released some big news for Starship launches. They're done. Simple. Yeah, go to the racetrack if you want to get your kicks there. What, were you in the danger zone? No, never. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing against blowing some carbon out of the engine, though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, so 151, huh? Cool. All right, we're good. Ugh, you're a dummy. Yeah, whatever. Mitigation and monitoring. Okay. What is this? SpaceX will make an annual contribution of $5,000 to the Friends of Laguna Atascosa National Wildlife Refuge adopt an ocelot program within 3 months of the issuance of the VO and March 1st of each year thereafter. For the duration of the VO, funds donated to the program are intended to pay for wildlife guzzlers, camera trapping sets, special events to raise awareness about the ocelot, important supplies that allow biologists to monitor ocelot dispersal. Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, great. SpaceX is getting into the big cat business. If it's one thing I've learned, we learned it in 2020 for some reason. I can't say why. Avoid people that like big cats. Yep. Yeah, avoid. That's just, it's like a general rule, you know. It's general rule. Remember that the remake of Land of the Lost, you avoid people with tunics, okay? Avoid people with tunics. Avoid people that like big cats. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's no good. Space a lot. Yeah, just avoid. Do not cat. Do not cat. Do not cat. I'm gonna cat. That's not an awful lot of money. Did you see the flight sim still has the Pelican now? Yeah. I've seen that. All right. So space. Hey, Jared. And Karen's screaming. Yeah, I suppose. Well, guys, like, here's the thing, fellas. Like, I'm an industrialist as much as the next guy, but finding a symbiosis with your environment is not a bad thing. If anything, that can help you in the long run. Like, you know, not having your factory built on, like, a floodplain or something. Or, for instance, like, if you're into, like, industrial farming, you got to make sure that there's some land for regular species around. Like, I'll give you an example, okay? I'll give you an example. If you overfarm, okay? If you overfarm land, and farming is pretty much industrial at this point. I mean, if you overfarm land, you can kill the soil. You can kill it. You have to make sure that there are certain environmental mitigations done to make sure that you can, you know, farm things. That's really important. So there's nothing wrong with finding a symbiosis with your environment. That's like, basically, instead of working against the environment, you work with it. So it'll help you. Because if you look up, okay, so in American history, we have this thing called the Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl was in the 30s. They overfarmed the land. They overfarmed the land and literally killed it in the Midwest part of the country. This stuff does happen. You have to make sure that you don't screw up the local ecosystem. If you are invasive, right, and your factory plows over a species, and say that species is like a bee or something, right, and the bees can't populate the plants can't pollinate the plants anymore, you could have that invites an invasive species to come in and just, like, not invasive species. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't know the most about this, but you can basically screw stuff up and make it irreversible. You screw up the ecology. You're inviting invasive species in there, or any, like, it could be invasive species. It could be a plant. It could be an animal. It could be whatever, and you could permanently screw up a local climate, like irreversible damage. Irreversible damage. So there are ways to mitigate it, and guys, 6 months in the scheme of things is not a big deal. So finding a symbiosis with your environment is super important, especially for industrial stuff, because you don't want to just brute force it. If you brute force it, something will happen, like the Dust Bowl. Like, we've learned, the reason why these environmental impacts are here isn't because some tree hugger's like, oh, save the plants and stuff or whatever. No, there's a very good reason why it exists. You saw the thing I sent you on Discord, the Pelican. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Bees equals fish. Yeah, you could screw up the local fishing. So, you know, if there's a village that's down the, not a village, if there's a city that depends on fishing up the river, and you screw up stuff upstream, yeah, no fishing. That means people don't have food. You got to make sure that all this stuff is figured out. And once again, 6 months in the scheme of things, not a big deal. Who cares? That explains the Dust Bowl map in TF2. Bingo. Yeah, the Dust Bowl actually happened. They overfarmed all systems. They overfarmed and they killed the land. No, bees are actually fish now. What? Yeah, I mean, Starship doesn't use hydrazine J-cord, but I understand what you're saying. California recently classified bees to fish because they have better protection. What? Why not just legislate better protection for bees? It's more complicated than that. Sure it is. It always is. Easier bureaucracy. Just make them fish. I vote EJ become a senator. We don't want that, Kenobi. I don't think that would be a good thing if I was a politician. The reason why is because I would be so horribly biased towards spaceflight that no one would ever vote for me. No one would vote for me. People would probably end up hating me. Yeah. Okay, I'm out of here. Thanks for talking about the FAA thing. Yeah. So running yeah, okay, that's fair. They'd be like, how do you propose to solve the problem of the highway not getting built? I'd be like, space. Yeah. Space has nothing to do with the highway. Yeah. Oh, we're talking about highway? Oh, sorry. You know, like we should build a launch pad there instead. It's a highway through the middle of a city. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, just Jetsons the thing or something. Space highway. You did? Oh, this is a highway meeting. Sorry, I thought this was a highway to space meeting. I'm gonna go. See you later. Where we're going, we don't need road. Oh, Kev, it would be, yeah, that's not a good idea. Oh, you meant a highway on this planet. Oh, yeah. The city is in space. Yes. No need a highway if people can't afford. Yeah, that's a little too real. A little too real. Anyway, fellas, okay. I do have to go. I have some stuff that I need to do. I'm probably going to come back a little bit later tonight and we'll discuss it more, okay? Or I'm going to read through this tonight and we could discuss it tomorrow. Yeah, you probably wouldn't want me as the senator or representative. I would just be, this space would be, I would run on the ticket of space and people would not like that at all. 12-hour space news. Yep. Is it house stuff? It's not. No. So, guys, I will go and check through the rest of this stuff a little bit later tonight. I'll read through it, and if I see anything that we, hey, Hooded, take care, Godspeed. Thank you. I got the need for speed. If I see anything with this PEA that's out of the blue or anything, I'll tell you. I would invite everybody to go and read it too. I mean, maybe we'll like put it in an audiobook format or something. I'll link it up in chat. Check it out. Appendix C is where Sydney said to go and look. So they're here, by the way. What? Oh, nice toaster ovens. Guys, look, it's toaster ovens with wheels. Look at they're toaster ovens. They're cute? It's a toaster with wheels. What do you mean? They look like Wienermobiles. I love it. Guys, actually NASA has some really awesome renders here. Check this out. Those things are actually pretty cool. Here, I'll show you. Take a look. They're they actually have some renders of those things bringing astronauts to the pad here. Let me show you. Give me 1 second. Yeah, here. Take a look here. Give me 1 moment. I gotta go through the video here. Ah, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here it is. Yeah, here. This is a render of them taking the cars to the pad. Here, look. Ready? Yep, right there. See? See? There you go. You see that? That was a live render of it. It was perfect. Anyway, what's this? Guys, I gotta head out, but yeah. Okay, cool. But yeah. They look like toasters, man. They look like freaking toasters. Anyway, guys, we'll discuss this more, but once again, just to cap everything off, the FAA issued a finding of no significant impact for orbital Starship launches from Boca Chica. Basically, SpaceX has the green light, but there's a lot of mitigations that they need to do, but we're mostly good. Yeah. Raid DOS and tell them the thing. Oh, yeah. Fellas, I'm gonna be gone next week. Yeah, we gotta raid DOS. I'm gonna be gone next week. I need the 21st. What is it? The 21st through the 25th off? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be gone next week. But don't worry. We'll be streaming. I just won't be streaming here. The reason is because DOS and I are going to do VFTs. Back on the menu, boys. Where are we going? New Mexico. Spaceport America Cup. We got some field trip action. Yep. Spaceport America Cup is high-powered rocketry. Yeah, it's pretty rad. So we're going out to New Mexico in a week. Don't hit that bump. I ain't driving this time. If you don't go out to White Sands, I'll see. We'll see what we can do. So yeah, we got side trip to Pima. Spaceport America is not near Pima. Yeah. So